Here's my 1 year update. As you can see from when I uploaded my first two videos a year ago, the ivy has grown in quite a lot. Going all the way around, it's going all the way through here. Wrapped itself around once and it's working on wrapping itself around again. I'll just keep wrapping that around. The two grasses have grown in nicely. I got some new shoots here. This is kind of a slow grower. This is a little bit disappointing. This last year was disappointing, but it's definitely come back in. Now it's spiking up and it looks like something. My grass in the back is quite tall. I actually prune it to keep it under control. And then I got my little flowers right there flowering just to add a little spice of color. It's disappointing, but I did have a flower in my large plant. Gotta love these leaves on this plant. They look like oil paintings. They're really cool looking. And that's just growing right out of the bottom. Added two little pots right there that I have clipped to the side with holes in the bottom. Shook off all the dirt on those and just growing them in there because the pothos and the two type of plants that I got don't require dirt. You can grow them in there as long as you keep the roots in the water but not the leaves. They'll do fine. Pothos may get out of control. I may just prune it and keep it small. I like how it's a nice grouping. I added these about, you wouldn't believe, but this was a really small plant about 3 months ago, and it's just kind of hard to, there we go, it's better. You can see how it's just grown everywhere, but there's a lot of room underneath it. I got these just floating in there, helps with the nitrates and eats all the nitrates. I got all my lily pads. It's kind of funny, in a small pond, the lily pads, like I'll have 5 at a time. One dies, like this one's about to die, and then it'll shoot up a new shoot. It seems like 5's my magic number, but that's okay. I got lily pads. I've never gotten a flower out of it. I don't know if I'll get it in this type of environment. All my little plants around it are doing good. This has flowered quite a bit, and that plant's just growing out of control. But it's doing really well. Very low maintenance, as you've probably seen from my other video. In that box right there, which is 2 crates, I have a canister filter. It keeps it clean. I only clean this thing every couple of months, and that's about it really. And I just top off the water several times a week for evaporation. I still have most of the same fish before. He thinks he's gonna get fed. That's my favorite one. And I got these 2 guys here. They've all grown a ton in a year, and they're doing really well. They see me and they're like, oh, time to get fed, but they already been fed today. And they do really good. I got a couple of snails in here. Of course, because I'm filming, you're not going to get to see them. I do have a snail clutch. They climbed all the way out of the water, all the way up there, snail, and laid snail eggs. That clutch has been there for about a little less than a week. So I expect to have some free snails. See how that goes. I've never actually done that before. But yeah, really low maintenance. Get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Sit in my chair quite a bit and just kind of hang out and view it. If you have any questions, please let me know. It's been very successful. I should have filmed this update about a week ago, but I wanted to do almost 1 year to update, so it would have been slightly too early, but it's kind of splitting hairs because that flower was really cool. I just kind of planted plants around it just to kind of make it its own little environment or world, if you'd say. And I think it's been very successful. Plants died off over the winter. Some of them came back, some of them I had to replace. Otherwise, it's been pretty self-sustaining. Just have those. Yeah, it's kind of might be hard to see. There's just a little clip holding them on. And there's no dirt in them, just gravel. Fish are definitely happy. So the plants. Now they don't see me, so they're just all hiding. And the way I redesigned it over the winter, there's almost no gravel down here. I mean, the gravel's only about, at best, that thick. And then I took 2 pots and I cut them in half. And I put them, I don't know if you can see it, right here. Let me get the sun to, if I shut the light off. Oh, that filter off. Hey guys, hey, move. See how there's a pot right there going across? And you'll never see it, but there's another one right here. So I have a half of a pot there with the bottom cut out, just so it's a wall, and I made it deeper in here for the plants to actually get put in the substrate, which the substrate's just gravel. In a year, I have never vacuumed the bottom of it because that's my food for the plants. Fish poop, plants eat the poop, plants put off oxygen for the fish, and it's this whole little ecosystem. I have a lot of water movement, which I think helps the plants grow like crazy. As you can see, once again I gotta get some shade here. As you can see there, they grow crazy. And that pot down there, I have the bubbler in there, just to get some extra water movement, oxygen. In hindsight, I probably never needed it with how much water movement I already have, but I like it and it works, and if it works, don't mess with it. And that's about it. Hope you enjoyed the pond, and hope to see you soon.